What's going on, guys? Welcome to the start of season 2 of my other mobile career mode. This is episode 16 and we are here in Australia for the Melbourne GP. And as you can see, we ran a bit wide in the end of our first run in Q1, but we'll nevertheless set a good time and we'll end up in P2 for the first qualifying session. And I still got first place in Q1 and now we'll jump into Q2. And in the end of the Q2 run, with two purple sectors set, we come to the final sector and to the final 3 turns and out onto the start finish straight. And now we will get the first place, but we are in Q2, so this doesn't mean much. Here are the Q2 results, and then we will get into Q3. Now coming onto the start finish straight for our first run of Q3. Through turn 1 we go onto the second DRS zone. We run a bit wide and touch the grass a bit. We nearly spun the car away, but we could hold it. And now through this fast turns, through the parking place in real life. And now down to this turn, and we touch the grass a bit again, and we spun away now. Oh no, now we'll have to do a second run, because this won't be enough for a pole position or something else. At least a top 5, it would be great. So we'll see what this lap will give us. We have 4 seconds down on Hamilton. Crazy. Now preparing for the next lap, for the new lap. I wanted to stay in front of the McLaren, so I drove a bit faster. And now onto the second try, onto the second run in Q3. With this time we are 7.2 seconds in P10, 7.4 as Austrian comes through. But now we start our second run and hope that we don't make any silly mistakes. Again touching the grass a little bit, but now it hasn't had a big impact. Yellow middle sector, and in the meanwhile we are nearly 9 seconds down. But now hopefully we can fight for pole position, or at least the top 5. We'll see. Through the fast chicane we go, and setting a purple middle sector, and we are very much up on Lewis Hamilton. And now through the final 3 turns we go. Can we make up some places? Can we get pole position? What place can we get? On the start finish line we go, through the finish line, and we're on pole position for now. What a great lap. And in the end we're down to P6. What happened there? I don't know. Must be some other cars have improved or something. Here are the results from the whole qualifying, and then we'll get into the race. Here come the 5 red lights, and off we go for the Australian Grand Prix. We get a bad start, but then we regain some places, and after turn 1 we are in P5, so we made up 1 place. A good start, I would say, but could have been better if we haven't had a grid penalty from practice where we crashed with a driver. I forgot who it was. Never mind, we'll have to make the best out of it. And now trying it on the outside of this fast turn, but instead of overtaking Oisil, we lose a position to, I think it's Antonelli. And now a Red Bull also trying to overtake us on the outside, but we defend the inside and we can stay ahead for now. The AI has so good traction out of corners. This is crazy. But then I have a good top speed, so in the end I can stay ahead. Now we come into the final sector and we brake very late, and so we gained some tenths on Antonelli, who's directly behind Oisil. And we brake too late and we run over the grass. We nearly spin out and the Red Bull overtakes us, and we lose 1 more position. So in the end of lap 1 we lost 1 position instead of gained 1. So now we come onto the second DRS straight with overtake activated. Can we make a dive bomb? We brake very late, but we we have a bad corner exit, and so he can stay ahead of us. Once again we have to wait, but now we try it around the outside and he squeezes us out that we can't make a move. AI still needs some improvements, I see, but this is another topic. So now we are still behind the Red Bull and trying to overtake him. Through the fast chicane we gain some time, we make up some time on him. Where can we make the move? Now around the outside we brake very late, but I knew he would squeeze me, so I didn't fully commit to the outside. I tried on the start finish line because where the AI could squeeze me on a straight. Whatever, and we are too far away, so we can't make a move. But onto the second DRS straight maybe. Good exit through the corner, and now are on the inside of the chicane and we're ahead of him. And we are directly behind the Aston and the Ferrari. So hopefully we can get DRS from them directly to not get re-overtaken by the Red Bull. We close the gap to the Aston and we cut the chicane a bit, but we still staying behind him. Now placing the car on the outside, but not committing for the move after getting squeezed by the Red Bull before. So now into the start fast chicane we try to make a dive bomb. We get squeezed out and we spin out. The Antonelli squeezed us out onto the grass and then we spun out. What a difficult race and fighting against the AI. This must needs improvements. And a lap later we caught up again to both the Red Bull and the Aston, but somehow we get a so bad exit through the final 2 turns that they created a huge gap on us. But after the first 2 turns we gained back the time, and now trying to make a huge dive bomb on the outside, but no luck. They stay in front of us. At least I tried to squeeze the Red Bull a bit, but it didn't turn out to my favor. But now I overtake both in one go. No, but at least I overtake the Red Bull, so I'm one place ahead. And now trying to overtake Antonelli on the inside of the chicane, but having a bad run is not good, especially on the inside. So I stay behind him. Now trying again through the fast chicane, but he squeezes me out again. So I back behind him, and I'm now still behind him. Now onto a new lap we go. Final 2 corners, and then we start the new lap. Lap 6 in the meanwhile, but instead of gaining time on Antonelli, the Red Bull comes, he nearly overtakes me. I try to defend a little bit, but not too much, and then we'll stay ahead. And now trying to gain the place on Antonelli. Around the outside we go once again, but still too far away to make a move. And now onto the next chicane we go. Can we now overtake him? We cut the chicane a bit, but we are ahead of him. Finally, I would say. Finally it happened. But he's trying it on the outside. I defend slightly, and a lap later we caught up to the Ferrari of Oisil, and hopefully we can make up the move very fast, not to get stuck behind him. A yellow Ferrari for this year, by the way. A very nice livery, I think. Now trying it on the outside, we brake later, but then not later, not late enough. Now again on the outside, trying it into the second last corner. Now the last corner, and now can we overtake him with DRS and overtake? He defends the inside, we overtake him on the outside, and we are ahead. And now we have DRS, and a lap later or two we are now overtaking the McLaren, and now we are up to P3. What a great fighting this was against the AIs. Now fast forward, and now onto the chicane, and we get onto the grass and we spin again. We spin a second time in this race, and while we trying to recover, we spin too much. We turned the car too much, so we lose much more time, and we are down to P8. And again, I touched the grass and out of the fast chicane. I again nearly lost the car. Probably because of the cold tires and dirty tires. And a Red Bull in the pits, so we are now up to P7 again. So one position we gained again, one position. From P8 we are now in P7. What a great result this is for now. No, it's not. A lap later, somebody else pitted again, and we are up to P6. And now one more lap later, other Ferrari pitted, so we are up to P5. In front of us is Salvatore in the Mercedes, and we caught up to him in this lap. We're trying to overtake him on the inside of the chicane, and we made it, so we are up to P4 now. Next up ahead is Aston Martin. We braked a little bit late, but hopefully it won't cost us the position to the Mercedes driver. For now, at least not. And in the end of lap 14 onto lap 15, another Red Bull pitted, so we are up to P3, and Salvatore also pits. So the driver in front and behind me pitted, and now we caught up to Antonelli, trying to make a move, first on the inside, then on the outside, and we directly overtake him, and we're up to P2. So not only the McLaren a McLaren is in front of us, who pits in the end of the same lap. So we're up to P1. It was Lando Norris. So finally we can lead some laps in this race, which is already very long ago where we led some laps. And on the end of lap 19, I also come to the pits to change onto soft tires, and then I hope I can make up some places in the end, in the final 10 laps. We come out in P3, and Antonelli came in the same lap as me and also came out and without losing any position. So now I'm P3 and he is P4. And 2 laps later, fast forwarding, I caught up a little bit to Verstappen, but now with some lack of concentration I spin out again and again on this fast chicane. I don't know what's happened to me with this chicane. I always spin out and I lose the position to Antonelli because of always spinning out on this turn. But on soft tires it's pretty easy to regain the position and overtaking the AI. Braking very late, half a lap later. I'm trying to overtake him again. We'll see where I will overtake him. Into the chicane. Yes, on the inside he left a bit of a space which I used and directly overtook him. And 5 laps to go. And now on to lap 29. So 5 laps passed. Nothing happened. So we're now coming to the final sector of the race. What a race this was, I must say. Many fights in the beginning and then good pace. Now into final 2 corners and we touch the grass again. We spin out in the final lap, in the final 3 turns. But we are luckily far enough ahead of Antonelli to not get us overtaken. And now for the final time, and we celebrate and we spin again because of our too much celebrating. How many spins did I have this race? Many, of course. And here is the podium. We are in P3. And the results. Mercedes, a very bad result, I would say, with P8 and P9, and my teammate got P19. What a great start for him! P19 and P3. Great for the championship, I must say. The driver standings are the same as the race results after the first race, so here you can see them. And here are the constructor standings. We begin the season in P3. So thanks for watching and goodbye.